17th of December 1940. The Japanese army has pushed across the Suez Canal and cut the British off from easy access to the Eastern Oceans. Which means, since we're now also controlling most of the Arabian Peninsula, and there are just some small outposts of resistance left, that the British are getting squeezed very, very hard. And we can see that here Italy is winning in Africa pretty comprehensively. And the Germans may or may not start something against the Soviet Union along this line at some point. But for now, we have a fair amount of Soviet troops in the mountains here. And we are still preparing for the eventuality of actually having to deal with them, mainly around the problems of supply, because these supply bases here are still under construction. We have some supply along the northern line here, and this doesn't look too great either. So we may actually need yet another supply base up north. We've got 3 supply bases currently under construction. How bad is it? And these troops are taking attrition because they are very, very low on supply. So if we are going to fight, and we might have to fight Mongolia as well, which is not something I've actually taken into consideration because we haven't really lined up troops here along the line. There definitely looks like there's Soviet troops in Mongolia, so they have access, which means we are going to have to lengthen our line here, honestly. How many? We've got 12 divisions from the First Army at the moment. We may, instead of building another supply, more supply hubs, we may start pulling just troops across onto the border. How is the supply situation here? This supply hub is still under construction, but let's reorganize our lines a little bit here, and we are literally just going to we're going to give up this position, and that should free up some troops that we can more align along the river line here. So let's get these 3 divisions, maybe let's make that 4 divisions, onto a separate fallback line going along these here. So we're going to get these 4 assigned to that. And that means we can take the remaining divisions that we have here from the First Army, and we might have to start already positioning them. How many do we have here? Another 12 divisions. That is not an awful lot. We are going to need more troops. So let's draw a front line along 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. And we are going to assign all these 12 divisions to that front line. And then we can delete the old fallback line here, as well as that one. Okay, so these divisions should move up now. We also don't have any divisions here, so we are going to need more troops in the north, I believe. And this is probably where this new army is going to come in. So this is going to be, where are we right now? We're at the 5th Army, so this is going to be the 6th Army. 6th Army. Let's give them a better symbol. I don't think we actually still have one. So they will literally have to deal with whatever we can find. Okay, so 6th Army troops. Do we have anything else unassigned? We're going to need another field marshal for now, but let's give them a general. Who do I have available? He is an infantry officer. So I think I don't have an awful lot of infantry officers anymore. And these two are identical, except that he is reckless, which gives him a higher chance to be wounded in combat. So let's get him assigned. All right, let's move him over Actually, he needs a new army group now because our first army group 1 is full. So we'll create army group 2. Actually, this is defensive army group. So this is going to be army group 2, which means that's going to get confusing. Can I reorganize these somehow? Can I just move that? No, I don't. And it's fine. Okay, so army group 2 is our defensive, and this is army group 3, which is going to get a new field marshal. When we are out of field marshals, so oh no, we still have one. Never mind. He's politically connected. He's a samurai, and he's got the offensive doctrine. I am in favor of that. You are now the field marshal. There you go. And he can still grab another trait here. So we're going to give him the... we might give him the organization first for reinforced rate for now. Okay. We could still give him the charismatic trait as well. Well, why not? Let's just give it to him. Okay, so we've got Terauchi in command of the 3rd Army Group, and we've got Yakutake as general of this army. And you already get immediately an order here, because we are going to need another front line. So we're going to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's about as far as we can go. And these 8 divisions are now going to be assigned here. We're going to need more divisions. How's our stockpile looking? Not too terrible. We're almost clean on infantry equipment, which means we will be able to. We are training a couple of defensive troops, but we're also going to start training a couple of regular infantry again. Let's see how that looks. Logistics wise. So we've got 8 currently, so let's get another 6 out, 7, 8 maybe. Let's get another 8 out, and we'll reduce the garrison priority as well. How's our garrisoning looking in general? Occupied territories, resistance, Bhutan, Afghanistan, is all under. Burma is pretty good already, so we're definitely getting more resources, more factories, and we have the lower garrison requirements. China is pretty clear. Don't even know what that is. I must have conquered something without really... Oh, Sri Lanka, yes. Okay, Sri Lanka is pretty happy as well. The East Indies we're still working on, and Iran, Iraq, Egypt. We are holding... Egypt seems to be rather happy with us. Same with Jordan. So they're more seeing us as liberators than they see us as invaders. Same goes for Pakistan, Palestine. Yeah, we're holding a fair amount of land by now. Anyhow, what's my resistance looking like? Afghanistan is not particularly happy. Who could have told? But we should have that under control. And yeah, these are these have relatively high resistance targets as well. Okay, we'll capture the rest of the peninsula here, but then we'll probably stop in the expansion on that direction. And they are at resistance target, so it is sustainable. We are currently on a mission, I believe. Why is that not commencing? I thought it was... yeah, commence that. Thank you. Okay. Rescue our captured operative. I'm not sure why that didn't start. I set it to auto-commence, but it did not. So, okay. Do we need a couple more things here? We haven't still managed to break the British cipher, but I have a lot of things to build. What's my build queue looking like? My build queue is still lengthy, so I'm not going to start diverting any resources from that just yet. We have 150 political power, so we're still relatively good on manpower. We are going to have to increase our conscription laws, but first I would like the material designer for mostly Motorization research, no. Weapons and equipment research, yes. The Tokyo Arsenal is going to be what I'm going to get. And this is just... yeah, he's just here to reduce the amount of damage we're taking on the garrisons. He's giving us political power, and he's giving us another operative. Is there anybody else I would really like to have here? I mean, a war industrialist would be pretty nice as well, but other than that, there's really nobody I could use here. So probably the next thing we'll do is increase our conscription to extensive. It's only 75 political power, so that'll double the core the conscription and double the amount of things of people that we eventually get. All right, we have a couple of naval. These are all just convoy radar things. How is it looking like in here in the Arabian Peninsula? These troops are now going to need a new front line. How's the supply situation down here? And it is not great, but we can alleviate that somewhat by the use of trucks, and we no longer need trucks here. So that's that needs trucks. This is still under construction. This is all good here, but yeah, we can probably this one as well just switch to trucks, and that allows us to supply these units, which means these units here are going to get, including this one. Is there anybody else? No. Everybody else is up north here. Okay, so these units can now get their new front line, and we will just sweep. We'll sweep through here. Actually, how many divisions are we going to need for that? Probably not all that many. Let's take these 8 divisions, assign them to this front line, and then draw another one. We will draw another one here, I guess. No, I would like that all the way, please. Okay, and we've had these 8 divisions on that front line, so the rest of these troops can go on this front line. There, 7 divisions, and then let's just get the battle plans ready. We've got the offensive line here, and we've got the offensive line there. All right. And that is 1 division here who is just trying to wipe out that British division. How's that going right now? We do have air support, so that should not be a problem. How's our air doing over here? Do we have any air bases that we can capture? No, these air bases, there are just some British air bases south of there. There are no enemy planes in the air, so our tactical bombers are operating with impunity. That is good to see. And here we are facing 500 British fighters against 200 fighters of our own, so we are probably going to be losing some planes here. Yes, so we've lost 28 fighters, the enemy's lost 18 fighters. And what else are we operating here? We've got 2 fighter wings, we've got 1... oh yeah, we had these to operate in the in the Mediterranean, I believe. But these guys are operating over Egypt. Actually, no, these guys are over Egypt as well. Tactical bombers. Did I not send these on to naval strikes over the Mediterranean? I thought I did. And here we've got naval bombers and another tactical bomber wings, and these are operating over the Mediterranean. Okay, and these 2 tactical bomber wings are giving us air support all across the peninsula, so this is all good. Anybody here needs training? No, all fully trained. Okay, good. So that's getting ready. Once these troops are in position, we will start the invasion there. These troops are going to get into position. We're going to get some more troops and expanding. Actually, I am already going to expand the front line for the 6th Army, and just going to get them to. Nope, that's not what I was trying to do. I said edit the front line and link up here. Right. Okay, so the 6th Army front line is already linking up, which means once these divisions are trained, I am just going to immediately send them to the 6th Army and get them deployed. And then hopefully we have enough to hold against the Soviets if they're trying anything. If they're not, and the Germans are declaring war in the Soviet Union, then we will hopefully they will move back, and we can push from our side and just take the territory as it goes. How are things in the Pacific? I think we had a problem here that these two divisions were sort of stuck, and I couldn't really move them to this naval base. Yeah, that was sort of an issue here. We'll see if we can get them to move in some way, just by the virtue of having them elsewhere. But we can start planning more naval invasions, because we've got two naval infantry battalions here, divisions here. Let's get these guys joined up with each other. You need to walk back to the port, please, and then make your way over here. Okay, can't do that. Which one is the naval base? Okay, we'll get to the naval base and then continue moving over there. Okay, that's it. And then this unit also goes here. And then we will start planning and we can bring this one along as well. Then we can start planning an invasion going forward. I am not going to need all these defensive troops here going down the road, because we are controlling the oceans right now. Once we have dealt with the British, and that's my next question, where are the British? Because I've got Yamamoto. I've got Yamamoto stationed with Carrier Group 1 in the Bay of Bengal, and now the British have gone. Where are they? Do we have any kind of information about this? No, it's nobody in the Bay of Bengal, nobody in the East Indian Ocean, nobody in the Far East Indian Ocean. They seem to have retreated, so I take that as the British have left. There are some ships operating in further westward from here. So given that we've captured Ceylon, I am going to start moving Yamamoto further. So let's move him to the naval base in Ceylon for now. And we will also start moving our air, because I think we've cleared this out here. So we've got, what do we got here? We've got 2 tactical bomber wings here. Let's see if we can move these to Ceylon, as well as the scout planes here. We've still got 2 air wings here. Let's move these to Ceylon as well. And we've got another scout wing here. We'll leave that here for now, just so they can keep an eye on things. And have I moved these? Yeah, I think I've moved these, yes. Okay, so we'll move these over to Ceylon, and then we will actually get them assigned to the West Indian Ocean. And the same with this wing here. Although actually we don't need both. We can get one assigned to the Arabian Sea and one assigned to the East Indian Ocean. Okay. And then we're moving Yamamoto over, which means we should be having some more clarity around what's going on down there. Where are my spies operating? One of them is rescuing. The other one is currently on resistance suppression. I am actually going to get him to build, because I think we're going to be fighting the Soviets. I am going to get him to build an intel network in Moscow, just to get a bit of a better idea. Okay, so things starting to look a little bit more organized. We are going to have to do a naval invasion of the Dutch East Indies. Dutch East Indies. Do I still? But I have a lot more troops stationed over here, so we can still do more naval invasions from here. Let's take this island. That's 2 divisions. We've got this has already happened, so we can delete this invasion order. These 2 divisions from here can literally just keep island hopping. But these are closer, so let's get 2 divisions invading here. And then we've got one more. These two divisions can invade from here to wherever the next island is. Okay, I think I'm out of I'm out of planning for now. So that's fine. We'll in that case we'll just move them. We'll already move them south. Okay. So most of our naval troops are busy occupying the islands. There are two divisions here that don't need to be here. Actually, 3 divisions. So I'm just collecting the remnants of the. What we can try is we can try to take this port here. In that's maybe a good idea. Let's get. Can we get another naval invasion order going? 1 division. Yes, with 1 division we still can. So we'll consolidate our troops here already. Actually, move here. Move to this port. No, to this port, please. Okay. They're on the way. It's fine. So we'll get these 2 divisions here, and then we will start invading New Guinea, which is currently occupied by Australia, and sort that all out from over there. Okay. All right. How's our air in the Pacific? Is where it's mostly where it's needed. We still have to. What is that actually? No, that's not what I was. Oh, nope, it's not what I'm trying to do. Game. Okay, we've got that's all sorted. We do have to take Wake Island off the Americans, so it might be worth getting. Where are my air wings here? Let's get these 2 air wings actually over to Marcus Island and assigned to that area, and they can do port strikes just in case anything American shows up there. And that is that. Okay. So yes, we will need to take Wake. We will need to take Midway. And but I want to clean up the southern islands here first, and then we will push towards Hawaii, and then hopefully we can establish the defensive perimeter along the Pacific, and then start. What is our best staging point to start an invasion? I am thinking of, given that we're at war with Mexico anyway, I'm thinking of potentially invading Mexico, and then cutting off the Panama Canal, such that the Americans have no easy way of rerouting shipping between the 2 oceans. So that's kind of the next strategic imperative. But for now, we do need to still clear up Australia and everything that's in the south. I'm not going to push any further in Africa right now because I am concentrating the army around north against the Soviet Union. All right, what else do we have? We have a war goal against Yemen, but our troops are not yet in position, so we'll wait with that. We can get a land doctrine, so it's giving us a breakthrough for tanks, which isn't helping us really, but because we don't have any yet, but we may as well do it. So that's the thing. We do have air wings that have nothing to do, but that's because they're positioned against the Soviet Union for now, so they are where they're supposed to be. Can we create another air wing? Do we have any? Do we have anything? We've got a lot of 0As that we can put up, so that might not be bad, and just get them. Also, we've got a lot of scout planes again. I think I can ramp down the production of scout planes. I'm not going to need all that many of them. Let's get that down to 2. And that gives us a couple of military factories that we can put into. I'm going to put 1 into AA because we've still got some reinforcing to do here, and we are having a lot of tactical bombers that need to be upgraded. So let's move some of the factories over into the tactical bombers, and we are also going to need a bit more in terms of trucks because at some point I'm going to get armored divisions. So. We are short on steel. That is actually surprising. This is going to hamper our shipbuilding efforts, is it? Yes, it is. That is a bit of an issue. Can we do something about it? Can we We can get additional steel in some of, we can just do some mining and can get some additional steel in, but it's not an awful lot. Can we construct any more infrastructure in steel-rich areas? Let's have a look quickly. Where do we have some steel? We do need more steel because we are building a lot of things, and ships need steel and guns need steel. And we don't have, that's some steel here. Let's get that up. In terms of infrastructure, there's some steel here that we can improve. This one can get some more. It's small trickles, but we're building up. We're building up the just the resources we get out of these areas. That's not an awful lot of steel. Do we make any steel out of these areas? Not really. No steel in the islands here. And there's some steel here. There's some steel. So all that infrastructure we're building up, that will give us more, just more steel. That is already built up. That's not enough. That's too small. China, any more resources? There's a bit of aluminium here that we may as well do, because we're going to run out of that at some point. Oh, Korea. Yeah, Korea still has some steel that we can upgrade. So, and that's pretty much it, I believe. That is already fully upgraded. So, yeah, I believe that's that. We're going to need to capture something that is a bit more steel rich. The Soviets have an awful lot of steel here. So if we can take the Asian possessions of the Soviet Union, at least resource wise, we should be pretty much okay again. So there's a lot of stuff that we can take, and that hopefully should sort that out. Turkey and Greece are relatively resource rich. There's not an awful lot in Africa. So Africa is more about the actual having possession. I think the only steel is in the northern part of Africa here. Australia, steel, a little bit in the north. So taking that will also, the East Indies have absolutely nothing in them. It's just jungle, malaria and mosquitoes. And obviously over here, small steel deposits. The Americans have oil up to the wazoo, and if we take California, that would solve our steel problems as well. But yeah, the Americans have a lot of steel, but that's still far off. So for now, until that's actually happening, we may have to trade for some steel. So let's, who can we trade with some steel? We could trade with Manchukuo, which is not ideal, but yeah, we'll do that for now. That solves our immediate steel problems, and I only need to spend one factory. We will absorb these places at some point, but right now we've got other things to do. Okay, so that was a lot of sorting out. So let's get back to business. The British are attacking us here, and but they are going to lose so many troops because they are attacking into I believe, well, it is contested, but they are attacking in an area that's actually, hang on. How big is this airport? This one can still get a couple more fighter wings. Let's get all these zeros into new fighter wings that we've got on stockpile, because these are the older ones. These are the Model A zeros, but they're definitely good enough to make fighter wings, right? And stand up against the British. So let's get these all up here, and these need to all train up for now, because they're going to be untrained wings. So let's get these to train up, but we can start throwing these against the British. And they are trying to recapture the Suez Canal, which is quite essential for them, but the Italians are squeezing them from the west as well. Okay, we do have some spottings. Have we? Oh, I think we found the French task force. That would be the Béarn, I think, that's been bothering us for a while. Ozawa, would you mind? We don't really have. You don't really need to look after the Marianas anymore. But how about adding the Solomon Sea to your area? Let's do that, and see if Chizoburo can go and catch this French off guard. That is a Shimushu. That's a convoy escort. So we'll start upgrading these a bit. We've got a cruiser submarine and an Akatsuki. These need to go over here and train for now. These are training, so that's all happening. Okay, cool. Where are my scout submarines operating? Second Fleet is currently operating in these areas. No, fair enough. We still need them here. I don't think we need them in the Bay of Bengal anymore. However, we may just position them. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they're currently active in 6 regions. Okay. We'll remove the Bismarck Sea because I think we've got that pretty much under control. So we've got 3, and then we can add the West Indian Ocean and get some of our scout map submarines operating there. We might need a couple more scouts at some point, but right now my production line is pretty busy as it is, and we're still building the Kaidais. Have we researched? What was our naval research looking right now? We haven't researched the 1940s submarines yet. We have researched 1940s cruisers though. Did we already? Yes, I think we already got the Agano class of cruisers is already building. That's also where a lot of my steel is going. So resource-wise. But yeah, everything is saturated. So let's continue. And just keep an eye on these battles here. These are just convoy raiders. We don't really care about that all that much. But let's see if we can manage to push them out there. They have air over the Bismarck Sea. Oh, they do actually. Interesting. So this is a fighter wing on interception. How many fighters do they have in the region? They have 60 bombers and 200 fighters up in the air. We'll leave them on interception for now because I've just gotten all the fighters set up in the Arabian region, so that's okay. We will just leave them on intercept for now. This is okay. Okay, let's see that we get the troops lined up here, and then we can quickly wipe things out down south. And we will just observe this battle here and see if we can manage to push the British out from Abu Dhabi. And then we're actually going to continue pushing. No, keep going. Continue pushing up. And I don't know if they can escape from there, but we'll find out. We just need to wait for our troops to be in position here. No divisions assigned to this order. That's interesting because these divisions on this order should be assigned to the offensive order as well. That should be 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do I have? 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So these divisions should be on that offensive order. Okay, let's get them there planning up. Naval battle. Why? Oh, okay, because we've tried to hit convoys from the air. Okay, so that's just that one, and that's nothing else. I'm just keeping an eye out to see if I can find any sign of the British troops, and we're just waiting for this division to get here. I'm going to increase the speed a little bit for now, and yeah, we are pushing the British out here, and I think that will be a victory. Yes, they could not retreat, so this division can now take that over, and then we'll just extend the front line. Okay, Oman is finished, and then we can once all the troops are in position, we can start attacking. We should be okay to attack in Yemen here. So let's just declare war on Yemen. Okay, and this looks, I don't think they have an awful lot, so I am just going to activate this order here, and then let them handle that. Yemen joined the Allies. Yeah, it's not going to help you an awful lot. And they are now our enemy in the American-German war. And this division can join this front line. Can it? Or did something get messed up there with the front lines? No, this should all be on there. Anyway, this front line is fine, and we're just moving these divisions. We haven't declared yet, so they can't do this yet. So these divisions are just moving. Okay, that'll sort itself out, honestly. I'm just waiting for the troops here in Oman to be in position. I am much more interested to see if we can find out what's going on in the West Indian Ocean here. That is Yamamoto, who is currently sailing into port in Ceylon and is going to hunt the British out of these areas. Do they still have any ports that we need to worry about here? There is one port here in Christmas Island, and we keep sinking American convoys here. We don't have no divisions here. We can take two. I don't know if they have anything here, but let's get 2 divisions onto that order, and then we should be able to deal with that relatively easily. This is all just convoys. Yeah, while my troops are wiping out things here, let's have a quick look at our naval successes, because I don't think we've actually looked at that. Romania joins the Axis. Okay. We have lost 137 ships, and we've almost a kill-death ratio of 1 to 10. That is amazing. So in the current year alone, we have sunk... what is that? Something's going on in Romania, I don't care. We've sunk 81 submarines, 151 American destroyers and a bunch of other ones, 27 cruisers, 14 battleships, 4 carriers, and a crazy amount of convoys, to be honest. Okay, another naval battle. The only reason I'm checking these... Oh, okay, what do we have here? British light cruisers and a couple of... So there's a small British group operating here. Is Yamamoto... Where did I assign Yamamoto? Why is Carrier Group 2 on Strike Force? Carrier Group 2 is not to be on Strike Force. Carrier Group 2 is to be only there. Okay. They are active in these... Make that 3 regions. So these 3 regions, let's see that Yamamoto can cover these. Okay, gotcha. He is still docked in the Marshalls, so we do have just some spottings, and we have 7 to 13. What is that? UK Reserve Fleet 1 has been spotted. Are they going to join anything? No, these are just disengaging convoys. These are submarines hunting. Strike Force 1 is ready to engage, so let's see if Yamamoto can actually catch these guys. The reason I've got him with his whole fleet here is because we've seen the HMS Hood earlier, and she was operating in some area, but she seems to have they seem to have removed themselves. So once the troops are in position, then we will declare war here. Army expansion law is done. And yeah, this was a British strike force, but they haven't really done anything, and that's all just convoys. So army expansion law is done, which means we can get ourselves a couple of... This might actually not be interesting as well. This is more like for the... This is more for the... this could give me some border fortifications. This would give me this. I want these all. I want these all under my control at some point, but we'll do that later. It's not urgent. So this allows me to. We can get another chief of army. Not particularly interested. So 100% research bonus for infantry weapons is better. We'll do that. Okay. How's the war going here? That should sort itself out pretty easily. I don't think they have anything. They are surprisingly effective, but they are coming under air attack. So, well, once again, if you don't have a control over the air, there's not an awful lot you can do. I might just take this one division here and get him to just walk Actually, let's go here and just take over these British possessions here while we're at it. So, because I don't think they have anything left there that they could do. More spottings, West Indian Ocean, Solomon Sea. Oh, it looks like okay, that is again this British group. HMS Birmingham, HMS Aurora, and Glasgow and Colombo. So these are fighting. Is Yamamoto intercepting them? No, because they actually moved outside the sea area where Yamamoto is operating. So Yamamoto is still docked in Ceylon. We could add this. It's a bit far off, but let's add it. Let's see if he can manage to intercept them as they're going. We keep thinking we do need to take this island off them, and but I'm curious to see. Yeah, he is intercepting the reserve fleet, but they are quite a bit far away in a different sea zone. Let's see if Yamamoto's combined fleet can take them out. Obviously he can. Oh, there. Oh. Hang on a minute. This is the much more interesting. This is the home fleet. That's the British home fleet. 64 ships, 12 capital. Dang it! And Yamamoto just sailed out to deal with the other ones. But we know where the home fleet is. They are probably docked in the Seychelles. So once he's finished these off, then he can go hunt somebody else. Let's see how it goes. Let's see if he manages to intercept them. But how's our air here? We do have the scout planes here, so we should have a relatively good idea where they are. And oh no, there's the home fleet. You see them? There they are. That's the British home fleet. Okay, Italy calls Romania. That's fine. But we know now where the British home fleet is operating, and I think Yamamoto is still intercepting something. And I think they have moved. Is that another? That could be another group. So let's follow Yamamoto and see who he's managing to intercept. And yeah, the home fleet is docked in Ceylon. That is interesting. There are actually British troops here. So I think I am okay. Engineer company finished. Let's do the research first. Do we need armored trains? We might need rail guns at some point, railway guns. But I am we're really behind here on the artillery front. So this is a passive bonus, and let's just catch up with that. We do need to get improved AA, and we need to get anti-tank guns at some point. So let's do this one. This one's relatively quick, and it's actually going to give us additional attack for all our existing artillery, which is good. But let's see where Yamamoto goes and who he is intercepting, and see if he can catch the home fleet after he's mopped up this little group that has been annoying us for such a long time, and see if he can manage to intercept them, because they are still in combat. And there comes Yamamoto, so that British group is not going to look too good in a second. In the Battle of Bay of Bengal, these guys are going to fall very, very rapidly. And they are trying to escape, but the destroyers are already being sunk. And it's mostly the light guns, but even the naval bombers, the torpedoes, they're just getting hammered by everything. So I don't think Yamamoto is going to have any problems taking these out. Glasgow has got a couple of torpedo hits. Birmingham is the last cruiser that's up. She's being shredded by the screening forces, and that's all she wrote. So in the Battle of Bay of Bengal, we have taken some damage on some of the destroyers, but we have sunk HMS Birmingham. So we've sunk HMS Birmingham, Aurora, Glasgow, Colombo, and 8 destroyers and 2 American convoys. So Yamamoto is going to be going back to Ceylon. Now we're going to remove this area. That was just to get him involved. We know where the home fleet is. I don't know if Yamamoto needs to repair. I think one of his destroyers did take a bit of a beating. Yeah, the Fumizuki has taken a bit of a beating, but we'll see if he goes in for repairs right now, or if he's moving out into. If he's moving out right now, he's just returning to base. Refuel and rearm. Docked in Ceylon. The British home fleet is we know where they are in the Seychelles. Can we get any air to harass these guys from here? No, I don't think we've... Even our tacticals don't have the range. Yeah, I don't think we have range. We have range from land-based airfields to make it all the way there. So that means we'll have to effectively wait for them to make a move. But we know where they are, so we'll just keep an eye on it. There is a naval invasion in Egypt happening, apparently. And we have sunk a British convoy. This sounds like they might be trying to naval invade behind our lines here. And planning targeting Cairo. How are they naval invading Cairo? They might be naval invading Port Said here. I'm going to need a couple of troops to defend this, honestly. Assist here in wiping these troops out, but yeah, we can move. Okay, my troops here are in position, so let's declare war on Oman and just let them handle that. Yeah, we can move some troops up north here, but yes, I actually need some defensive troops. How is this looking? Where are they operating currently in terms of area defense? They are mostly around East Asia and the islands. I am not yet going to take them off these areas here. Although I think they would be really. We have secured these areas here, so maybe we can take the colonial troops of Borneo, and we can get the colonial troops. They have 5 divisions extra, so they can take the additional area defense in these states. Yeah, perfect. So these should be moving into position now. Okay, cool. So there's another naval invasion planned against Sinai. Yeah, I see what the British are trying to do here. They're probably trying to recapture these areas from the sea and get in behind our lines. I will move some troops north once the Second Army is done here in the south. It shouldn't be an awful lot longer. So Oman has joined the Allies. Yes, we know all that much. What is it looking like in the south here? We are pretty dreadful on supply, aren't we? Yes, we are, because we are. There is no supply. Literally, there are no supply bases. So this is just a surprisingly hard fight that we have to fight. But I think with air superiority, we can manage to. We should be able to take these out without too much problems. And then that's their capital falling, and then that's pretty much the end of it. So these mountainous regions here, where are these troops going? Okay, can you assist with that while you're here and make yourself useful? And get everybody to attack them here. And that should suffice, yeah. We are low on supply, obviously. Naval battle. Okay, so there's another British groups of 2 cruisers and 10 destroyers operating in this area. I don't want Yamamoto to hunt them right now, but I do need to keep an eye on what Yamamoto is doing. Where is he operating right now? Okay, he is. Is he actually? I'm not sure where he is. He is in the ocean. Not sure why. But I'm more interested in seeing if that enemy carrier group is making their way. Nope, you're not getting to join. Got unassigned divisions. 1 more for the colonials. and keeping an eye on Yamamoto and seeing what he's doing. I'm not sure why he's here. Can you return to Ceylon, please? And then be on strike force. I would rather have you in port. This is just convoys, because that is the closest naval base I have to where the British Home Fleet is operating. So that is going to get relatively interesting. We do have air problems over Egypt because of the sheer. Okay, now we now have red air. Yeah, they've got 500 ground support and 400 fighters up in the air and 200 bombers. So our fighter losses are going to increase here. Unless we can get the other fighter groups on target. How well, no, but they need to train at least. Right now, their experience is just too low, so we need them to train up at least to regular numbers before we can start throwing them into the fray. They are surprisingly holding here in Yemen. So I might have to take control by hand of things. We are taking away their airports, but getting support here is going to get interesting because of the sheer amount of lack of supply that we have. But I think from the bombing from the air should eventually sort this out. Okay, another naval battle. And that is that little group here that's operating there. Is Yamamoto moving? No, he is docked. So let's keep watching here. And no, I am not interested for any of you to join me to join these wars. Okay, Oman has capitulated, which gives us some infantry equipment, and that means I can use these troops to actually reinforce the line here in the Mediterranean, I'd almost say. So we'll give them a fallback line along the coastline here. And that's 7 divisions, and that should be able to deal with anything the British are coming up. A bit late to call him into the war, and the war is already over. There is something American operating in the area. But the one I want is this one. I might have to bait them out again. We'll see. So far, Yamamoto is docked in Ceylon because this group isn't moving. They must also be relatively low on oil, honestly, because I don't think they're going to have an awful lot of fuel after we're done with everybody here. These troops are trucking off, and these 3 divisions are still here to assist. Yeah, it looks like we're not going to be able to push into the mountainous capital, not without supply, even with air support. So let's see if we can wrap them up from the south and maybe get some supply out of this port here, port in Aden or Aden, and yeah, we're going to stop that attack because it is relatively unsuccessful, and we'll see if we can make a push in the south. I have to take manual control of this for now. What is Yamamoto doing? I need to keep an eye on Yamamoto. No, he's still docked in Kanto. Okay. I need to keep an eye on Yamamoto, just making sure if he moves out that I don't miss it. And yeah, we need more fighters in the air over Egypt. Once they're trained up, then we will get additional fighters. We are just moving. No, I told you to move this way. I did not tell you to attack into the mountains here. I want that port, and that hopefully helps a bit with the supply situation here. So we do have enough for an air doctrine, so let's do that just to finish these up. Infiltration bombing, strategic bombing, yeah, not super important because I don't have any strategic bombers, and I'm not sending my tactical bombers on destroying infrastructure. But let's see if we can get this sorted here in the south. What's Yamamoto doing? He's still docked in Ceylon. We've got Oh, we've got the first Agano finished, and we've got another Aka, and all these guys need to go into training. Anybody trained up here? We've got an Akatsuki that can go into carrier group 2, and we've got a Kaidai that can reinforce the depleted Indian Ocean formations here on my submarines. Although we haven't really lost submarines in a while, so that's not terrible. But once these troops are moving here, and let's speed that up a little bit. Once these troops are moving here, then we will try to capture this port, and then hopefully from here we've got the port. So now the supply situation will get a little better, and then hopefully we can, the rest of my troops can make an end of this, which means I can get back to what I'm interested in. Where's the home fleet? I think we have lost eyes on the home fleet, have we? There is... oh, they are chasing my submarines. Why is Yamamoto not intercepting? Okay, slow down a little. He should be, unless that is out of his... Oh, I think they're operating out of his range. Oh, he doesn't have the range to get here. That's why. So they are intercepting my submarine group. But they are operating out of Yamamoto's range. That is unfortunate. If he doesn't have the range from Ceylon to get here, they are relatively safe in this port. We would have to take one of their ports here in order to be in range. So that's probably something we're going to have to look at in the future. Okay, let's wrap this war up here. And then we've made a little bit of progress. We've got another unassigned division. You can go here. We've still got the naval invasions pending. This is... Oh, what are we fighting here? Oh no, sorry. This is in the... I thought this was in the Eastern Indian Ocean. Sorry. Okay, yeah, this is the home fleet. We have a spotting in the Solomon Sea. What is this? French... A couple of French ships. Chisaburo. What are you doing? I think he might also be out of range. Okay, let's see if a couple of these naval invasions are ready, actually. And if this would be the 4th Army. The 4th Army seems to have lost 2 divisions. What happened to those? Not sure, but okay, I'll figure it out eventually. I might just have reassigned some things, but let's see if we can launch any of these naval invasions. First, let's see if we have naval invasion support. This was some old cruisers that we had repurposed for naval invasion support. We don't need them over here. We don't need them over here right now, but we could use them. We have the naval supremacy anyway, because Ozawa is operating in the area. Okay, let's see if we can. Start these naval invasions. Shift click. No. This is 4th Army. Okay, so 4th Army. Execute. And 4th Army. Execute these 2 orders. Okay, so these naval invasions can go, and we can also try to execute this order. We can't, because I think either they're not ready or... oh no, we can. Okay, perfect. So in that case, I will get my naval invasion support ships to operate in the Bismarck Sea. We'll get them to move over to the Carolines, and we will give them on naval invasion support in the Bismarck Sea. Okay, just in case anybody shows up. All right, and that is that. So let's see how that goes. And unfortunately, Yamamoto is not going to be able to intercept. We'll just keep an eye and see if he's doing anything. But right now he's docked in Ceylon. So we are island hopping here. Yep, that was nothing interesting. That is nothing interesting. We are island hopping here and just moving the troops across. And hopefully we can remove the British presence in this area and catch these French ships in them after a while, because they are actually resisting. Interesting. So there is a British division here. Do we have air in the area? We do actually, but that's one TAC wing. So we can get that tactical bomber wing. Do we have a closer airfield? Good question. I don't think we have. I'm gonna get them on close air support for now. And we have 3 naval bomber wings that are not particularly effective here, honestly. But we'll set them up anyway. We might actually, given that they're British operating here, we might actually send these here and get these to cover this area. Okay, and then do that. All right. So, Ozawa, since you're not being useful, you may as well just be here. Can I move him into this area? Why can I not move him into this area? Come on. Task Force 1. Okay, for some reason I can't move Ozawa. I would have liked to have him on. Okay, we'll repurpose him from invasion support for now. So hopefully that gets him to move. But I mean, we are still winning, and yes, we have air support. It's fine. Ozawa, you can go back to Strike Force. Yeah, Strike Force. Because it's fine. The we have air support, and that's going to take care of things. Are we still the Norwegians? Okay, I'm not sure why we're fighting Norwegians there. Okay, he's still in port. Are we still not finished here? This looks like it's going to take. Looks like it's going to be a lot harder than it used to be. So let's stop this first, and I think we will just try to choke them off. Unfortunately, they have a port there, so the Yemeni troops are resisting surprisingly heavily. So that is quite. I'm gonna get this unit here to attack as well. That is quite surprising. We may want. We'll see if we can give this a little bit more fighting power in the mountains. We have enough artillery to do that. So let's change all these units into the one that have a bit more firepower. Yeah, we definitely have enough of that material. So let's see if we can. Let's see if we can do something here. And we have some troops here who can assist this attack. See if we can manage something. We have taken an airbase, so what I can do is I can take these, move them south. Have we taken this airbase? No, we haven't. This might be. We should have. Yes, we have. Okay. So we move these south. How are my fighter wings operating over here? Okay, so these are now experienced enough that they don't need to be on pilot exercises anymore. They can be on air superiority, so we can get some over the Egyptian air zone. So we fight back a bit against the British here, because there's a lot of British planes in the air. Yeah, but we now have 600 fighters of our own. And hopefully we can increase the losses that they're taking a little bit, and have a bit more air superiority here. These guys are moving south, and then hopefully this should all work out. We do have. No, there's nobody over Arabia. It's just that my fighters are moving. My planes are moving. That's all. I have units ready for deployment. Oh, that's because I haven't given them any location. We'll give a location here, and these should all go into that army, and we'll deploy these units. Okay, done. Right, let's wrap up Arabia, and then next episode we're going to have to find a way. Now that we know where the home fleet is, we're going to have to try and find a way to actually intercept them. Maybe we'll move Yamamoto over to Aden, but I'm not sure if that's going to be sufficient or not. Okay, and we are now going to start attacking. We're now going to start attacking from all directions. So the remaining troops will go here and then here. Okay. And that hopefully should be sufficient to choke them off and to wipe them out here. We do have total air superiority, so even though we're fighting against entrenched troops in the mountains, who do we have here? Yeah, a lot of them actually. But we're expanding the front size, so all of you attack, and that will wear them down eventually because they have nowhere else to go. So we're just wiping out the remains of the Yemeni army here. Is Yamamoto doing anything while we're looking? Just keeping an eye on him. No, he's still docked in Ceylon. Yeah, we will need. I'm not sure yet how we're going to do this. We will need a closer port from which we'll be able to intercept the British home fleet. Now that we know where it operates, that's another Shimosho. So we'll just send that there, and we'll just wait for that battle here to complete. We are attacking from multiple directions. They have nowhere to go, and they are surrendering or dying en masse in the mountains. It is going to cost us a bit in terms of casualties. And so far the United States and Iran have cost us most of the casualties. But all in all, yeah, we will increase our conscription laws. One thing we can do, just so I don't forget, develop these ore deposits here. That needs 3 civs for 60 days, but then we'll get additional stuff, which is good. That is oil. We have sufficient of that, so that is currently happening. Okay, cool. So let's just wrap this battle up and get Yemen to capitulate. They're surprisingly resistant, but not for long. You will all join the greater Asian East Coast prosperity sphere, if you want it or not. And any minute now, that's the last stand. The capital has fallen, and that is Yemen taken care of. So, what's our supply now looking? It's not too terrible. So I'm thinking these 8 divisions, I'm actually going to station them along the coast here. No. Where are they? Hang on. So these 8 divisions, why are they moving north? I'm not certain what they want to do at that front line, but okay, you'll be my guest. So whoever's trucking it away, go truck it away. I might have told them to do that. But actually, what we could also do is push more. We could capture some more land here in Africa, but I think we've got a good defensible position here. We've taken out this area here. So maybe I'll just expand the. These now have too many. So why am I having 75 of them? That's unfortunate. So we're gonna need to take probably some of those that are moving to 3 and actually send this into the other one. Okay, perfect. In that case, I'm going to get that army group to cover the Arabian Peninsula as well in terms of port defense. And that looks decent. Yeah, okay. So they can cover that, which is great. And then we are harassing Greek convoys here. What else are we doing here? British convoys, and we're definitely convoy harassing, which is worth it. But yeah, we've got a decent amount of troops here, and since I'm moving the defensive troops over here, then we can effectively. This is all impassable, isn't it? Yes, this is all impassable. We can effectively move more troops from the Second Army, I guess north. Yeah. So let's get them. I'll sort that out next time. All right, so all in all, we know where the British home fleet is, but we can't do anything because they're operating just out of our range. Yes, Yemen has capitulated. We've got some more equipment, which means we can train some more divisions. And we're at 16, so let's make that a couple more. How are we equipment-wise? We're good. We're good equipment-wise, and I think, yeah. Let's just key. We are under 1 million men, so we are going to need a couple more, but we will change the conscription laws. Anyway, that's it for today. Thanks everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.